this right here, like watch this. In the more boom formation, I guess it's bone formation or boom formation, I don't know, BOHM, formation of the EPR, the Einstein, which means Einstein something paradox, I think. Einstein paradox, Rosen or something. I don't know. But anyway, an unstable spin, O particle, decay into two different particles, particles A and particle B, both heading in opposite direction. That's what I was talking about this situation. When you look at it in a human standpoint, okay, let's say me and my flame, we headed in two different directions. Okay, now watch this. I'm gonna utilize this this formula Jesus taught me in this situation. Okay, now there's a duty for me to do in this situation. What is that duty though? Is the duty to do the test or not to do the test? That's the key for me, I think. It might not be, but I think it is. Me personally, I feel like I ain't supposed to do the test. I did feel like I supposed to did the test for so long. Watch this. Now, I feel like this test is a trap for our people, for leaders. If I didn't do the test traversely, I wouldn't be able to upgrade spiritually. That's what's keeping them from being able to decapitate me physically. Why is it like that? If I'm supposed to do the test, why is it that if I do the test, I'm being decapitated spiritually? If I'm supposed to do the test, that's a sign saying I must not supposed to do the test. But see, this is that what I was saying in my first lecture when I said they take great leaders and they use these strategies to destroy them. Now, let's go back to this spin right here. This is quantum physics, the entanglement. Like they say, our parents often told us to watch who we are associated with because it would reflect either poorly or positive on us. One of the bedrocks principle of quantum physics is quantum entanglement, though it is also highly misunderstood. Now, watch this. Me and that flying quantum entanglement, right? Okay, she has been brainwashed to, in her mind, when she got brainwashed, she got to, this done happen so much in hoods. I'm just gonna use her for example. It really ain't even her fault. This is poor parenting stuff. This is, the parents done this to the kids, working for organizations. This is deep stuff, okay? This stuff we gotta free ourselves from. Watch this, now I'm gonna go to the spin. Me and her spinning back to back. And I guess, let's say the new lovers out there, they like, why ain't God stopping them, cutting them off so he can be with his new lover? Because God ain't wanting that. That ain't the goal. The goal is to stop this altogether, to free us, to get us off the stocks, off the shelf. That's the goal, to get us off the stock, off the shelf. We're gonna take it deeper than this little situation right here. We're gonna utilize David now and that little crew of relics, okay, that he got, which is the entrance gate relics to me, that crew that he got. We're gonna just say he was paid off by the organization to keep his own people stagnated. Tell Pop when I'm done with this video, I'll be ready if you come out. And watch this. is the four corners that blocks off. He probably get a lot of respect. You this, he that. They put him on there, but really, let's just be real about it. Really, you're your uncle. You the Uncle T for the opposing team. Now, watch this. Me and this flame, we spinning back to back, but she's done been programmed. By the time she met me, she had gave up on God and everything else and actually blamed God for the situation, blame God for her issues in her life, blame God for what happened to her, and could care less about a God. But when she met me, she realized God had a gift with her the whole time. God had a gift for her the whole time. And her family redirected her so she didn't see the gift from God. With that being said, it was programming from organization then to make sure that this young lady failed God in every way possible. And when it came down to the point where she finally can believe in God and change her life for God, she wouldn't want to. Unfortunately, it broke her when she found out that God always been there for her. The only thing she could say to God now is that, why you let him do it? No, why you let him do it? God didn't let them do nothing. That was the reason for Jesus dying on the cross, one of the reasons, so we can have freedom of choice and freedom of decision. Freedom of choice and make right decisions. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to make decisions from wrong and right. So you chose to continue to go backwards. See what I'm saying? So watch this. Now me and her is spinning. Now let's go back to this formula. I'm talking to you doppelgangers out there in your stadium folks that's not letting it get to the real people because you working for the oppressor. Now watch this. Now you got these particles. This is quantum entanglement. Now you're looking at it on the physical. Now quantum entanglement, that flame and me, we are entangled. We are tangled to each other. We are literally got cords to each other that's incuttable. You can't cut these cords off. You done cut the rest of the cords off between you and this other person. But it's one cord still connected because y'all part of the same tree. Okay? We're gonna utilize that as quantum entanglement. So me and her going back and forth. She in the lower part and she's running hell, I'm running heaven. Let's just say that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. The quantum entanglement, we're going back and forth. It's not gonna work. So where was I getting at? So it's spinning. So we will have to evolve to break this chain. We will have to evolve. What do this mean by this going back and forth? She in the hell version and I'm in the heaven version. Well, let's say I'm in the field and she in the house. Okay? I'm in the field and she in the house. Okay? All right, now, she is helping the oppressors oppress the oppressed. So I'm saying, same thing with David and them too. You are helping, Lynn and all y'all, you are helping the oppressors oppress the oppressed. That's how we lose the game every time. That's how we're going to continue to lose the game as a people, all blacks throughout the whole world. That even goes for you big dogs, you billionaires out there, you millionaires out there, and you look like me. You are helping the oppressors oppress the oppressed. And you don't want to let up off of it because, and to keep yourself from letting up off of it, you'll spend a lot of money. You'll spend a lot of money and getting other people, blacks, rich, just so they can help you. And see, it's easy to do that when we done been oppressed, which is a foot on our throat for many years, over 500 years now. So you're at this point, you male or female, you'll do anything for money. So how do you beat it? You use that formula, like I said. You will have to elevate. We will have to elevate up. Okay, now when we start elevating up, God itself steps in, intervene. But you got to stay in your higher self. And it cuts that off. It just separates those people in such a way, it breaks them all the way down. And even the people that's with them, all these people that's with them and helping them and all that, break them all down. The goal is to stay in your higher self. Now watch this. That damn test. So to those people out there, we got to all ask ourselves, this test good or bad? So in this test, let's say it's a love out there trying to get me in. She looking at the movie, I'm looking at the movie. And we're like, damn, when this is gonna happen? It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna be fixed because they using these tools. He got this crew. Let's say this David character. Let's just making up a name for him. This could be any. Just we gonna give him a name, and we're gonna call this person David. This David character that's working for the oppressors is got a crew, and this crew is blocking me and you from getting together, and they got this tool that they can use to make sure I don't pass this test. So I'm using this test. It's Traverse. Traverse is getting me under a radar to keep me elevating with God. Now let's look at it on the physical. I ain't gonna go into all the oil stuff and this and that and all that. Let's just look at it and say, why am I doing it? I'm doing it because it's a systematic program that's put here the way I feel to keep me to descend, to make sure I descend. Everybody gonna get paid off this dissension. These are house end words. Everybody gonna get paid off the dissension of this. You know what I'm saying? But the goal is for me to fail spiritually. But by doing it traversely, I'm able to still excel spiritually, which in other words, I can't fail physically. And even if I did, I can't fail physically to the point to where they could decapitate me. So I'm over here fighting this battle by myself. Everybody else is moving, doing this. This can be a big game, you know? And everybody, you do this, do that, you get this, you get these things, honey, you get this, but they're keeping you trapped in the game. So okay, let's say we're supposed to go to war. Let's say our people supposed to go to war. What I just said in this lecture, it ain't no war with another nationality, it'd be a war with us. It'll be a war with us. It'll be a war against us against Dave now. Us against them blacks that's powerful. That'll pay enough of us off with the exception of losing many of our own. Let's keep the poor and make sure it's our home. All right, now, when I put this video out, OP gonna block this. It's her job to block this. But it ain't her fault, though. Because as soon as we rise to the point to where we really recognize this, then she can shift gears. Till then, she probably feel like she gotta block it. And like I said to the people, this is a movie, it's straight, everything good, just do this, do that. I'm tired of sliding under the radar. I know y'all are. I'm tired of being a stock on the shelf. I know y'all are. I'm tired of just being, no matter who I am, wealthy or poor, I'm just another, and I know y'all are. So just like that right there, man. But that's how quantum entanglement look in the physical. You ain't gotta build no time machine and go here and go there. It's already here. You can just find your twin and your flame and see it. So, like I said, I would have to, let's say this flame is helping them keep me oppressed. They can utilize her as a tool. She could be a relic of mine. Your flame and your twin could be a relic of yours. They could do you might not ever meet your flame and your twin. But somebody out there that know the stars, somebody out there that know stuff, somebody out there that's very powerful that know all this stuff, they know if they can't get you, they could just find your twin. See, in the lower vibration of things, in the very low vibration of things, it could be this way. In the very low vibrational thing, it could be this way right here. You mess with your wife, get your wife. If the husband don't break, the wife will break. That twin of that flame, that's what you want to break. One of them flame will break. You can just use that, and that's many tools. You can have a whole group of tools. You can have a card reader. You can have 12 card readers. You can have 5 card readers. You know, you can have 5 card readers. Something like that. 8 car readers. You have a little crew. Mm. And then you got the flame on top of that. And you're trying to topside, you're trying to decapitate a high priest. That's probably what it's gonna take. And the sad part is that the flame or the twin, whoever they got to use as relics against you, they're gonna catch it the worst. They're gonna burn them up. They're gonna devour them. That's why when I did meet my flame and her eyes watered up and she looked like the Powerpuff Girls and her eyes watered up, I felt sorry for her. Because she never knew. I could tell a man never loved her. A woman never loved me. See, we was redirected in a direction to where people ain't supposed to love us. These people was paid to not love us. These people was paid to pretend to love us. These people was paid to treat us like crap. So when she finally met somebody that would actually love her, it broke her. Because she probably been blaming God her whole life about why nobody ever loved her. But what we don't understand is, what we need to learn to understand is this. We all are in a situation where we need to stand up right there. You ain't got, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna get out of there. That's what I'm gonna do. No, you need to stand up right there. You don't need to be somewhere where you can hide from what put you in the ground in the first place. You need to stand up in the mud right there where you on your knees at. All of us. And stay standing up and watch the power of God take control. And then it's gonna hurt you bad. It hurt me bad because when I decided to stand up and I knew that God was there right then and there, as soon as I decided to stand up, I've been telling myself my whole life God was never there. I done did all this evil, complete evil, and I just decided to stand up one day, and God activated as soon as I stood up. God was always there. You mean tell me God watched everything I did? Now I'm blaming myself. I feel sorry for myself. Had to get beside myself and reform myself. So y'all pay attention to this stuff. This is good stuff. Even if you are still in there and acting like you're doing it yourself and telling it yourself and creating it yourself, cursing yourself. Otherwise, stop complaining about not getting paid enough. Stop complaining about being a stock on the shelf. Stop complaining about reparations. Just shut up and go on with the slave thing. And tell them to give back your slave chains.